All right, we're live. What's up, YouTube? This is Wolf King, and you watch Wolf King's vids. I've been meaning to make a video about this topic for quite some time. It left a bad taste in my mouth, phrasing. But yeah, it's in relation to the story out from Port Charlotte about this grown man punching this 12-year-old. Um, I think it was really bizarre and outlandish. But I'm just gonna watch the video and give my assessment of the situation. All right, there we go.
Video that shows what happened after a bizarre confrontation in Port Charlotte.
A 12-year-old got punched so hard it knocked some of his teeth out. Four in your corner's Deborah Sue Brain, finding out the man who threw the punch, says he did it in self-defense after that kid and his friends threatened him coming onto his property. Deb?
Amy and Patrick, the child says he never actually stepped foot on the man's property, but he does admit to walking over to him after he heard the man yelling. We also spoke to the man who punched the child in the face. He says the children were blocking traffic and he simply wanted them to go home. 12-year-old Malachi and his friends say they were on their way home from school when a man began yelling at them.
He was screaming at us, cursing at us, calling us the N-word, and then he came down into the middle of his yard, and I was like, who are you talking to? Then he came down to the sidewalk and said, come in arm's length, and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
This is what he says his face looked like after the...
Jeez. Holy shit, his on like it's like some hangover shit, like with the preteens. Oof. I'm not making fun of the kid. I'm just saying, like damn, that guy, yeah, he really messed up his teeth. That guy is beyond fucked up.
Incident.
When I realized my teeth were dangling in my mouth, it was kind of shocking. I didn't know what was going on.
It was like a nightmare. I just knew I had to get there, and I had to get there fast.
The boy's parents are upset because the man who did this to Malachi was not arrested.
Where is it okay for an adult to take the law into his own hands and to strike a kid hard enough to knock out his teeth? So in what country is that acceptable?
According to this incident report, the man who punched Malachi was 27-year-old Vincent Cervallo.
Originally, this is where the altercation took place, right here.
He spoke to Four in Your Corner to tell his side of the story.
I told them that they all need to back off. And if they come on my property, I'm going to defend myself. And they were just like, you won't hit us, you won't hit us. And they started to surround me.
He says it all started when he yelled at the kids to get out of the road because they were blocking traffic. This cell phone video captures the moments after Malachi was punched. Vincent says he acted in self-defense.
He touched me, and I let my hand out, and I ended up hitting him. It was not my intention to hit anybody that hard. It was not my intention to knock teeth out. It was not my intention to do harm or just cause any kind of trouble.
Vincent says he never expected things to escalate to violence, and now he's pressing charges against 12-year-old Malachi for assault, something the teen and his parents can't understand.
He's not going to jail, and nothing's happening to him, and he's basically getting away with it right now.
I want the man in jail.
The state attorney's office will be reviewing this case, and Vincent tells us he's been receiving death threats ever since images of Malachi began making rounds on social media. Today, we saw a deputy escort him from his home for safety reasons. The children say they just want justice. Reporting in Port Charlotte, Deborah Sue, Fox 4, in your corner. All right.
Okay, so that's the totality of the video. All right, so here's my assessment of the situation, right? Okay, so with regard to this grown man punching this kid, it's obviously fucked up. That's completely obvious. That there's no controversy in saying that what he did was wrong. Now, if they were trespassing on his property, what he should have done was this. He should have said, hey, you kids, get off my property, or I'm going to call the cops. That's all you have to do. All right? You don't go up and fucking punch a kid. How the hell do you feel threatened by a 12-year-old? All right? That's just ridiculous. And here's the thing. The guy said in the video he didn't mean to he didn't mean to punch a kid that hard. Here's the thing. When you put someone so hard with the intent, here's the thing. If you punch anyone at all, it's usually to do harm. Okay? Like that dude, he punched that kid so hard his fucking two front teeth fell out. Okay, that's like grounds for assault, if not child abuse. And honestly, he needs to get locked up. That being said, I don't think he deserves to be, persecuted by other individuals in the community. I think that sends the wrong message, and that's just that's just more of the same shit that's just escalated. But that being said, I really feel like this guy needs to be brought to justice, because could you imagine if this was a white kid and a black guy or Mexican dude or some guy of color that just walked up randomly and punched a kid by virtue of him being on his property, be arrested almost in an instant. I mean, so I think it's ridiculous that this has not been resolved yet. I guess it is due to a lack of video evidence or eyewitness testimony, but due to the fact that I mean, it's obvious what's been seen here based on that report. You know, that guy, for whatever fucking reason, punched a kid. He shouldn't have did that, obviously. And it's just really annoying that hasn't been done objectively. You know, that's spilled onto social media and the news. That should have been corrected almost instantly. But that's really annoying how the bias system tends to work in terms of these particular cases. But to say that you need to use self-defense against a kid, I think you're just talking nonsense. That sort of reminds me of that one story with Cat Williams when he was signing autographs in his neighborhood, and then he got into it with this, I think, 11-year-old for some odd reason, and then he ended up punching the kid. And the funny thing is, the kid actually ended up whooping his ass, throwing a combo his way almost and having his ass to the ground. That was funny in that regard. I mean, he got what he deserved. That's self-defense. That's actually a case for self-defense, not this 27-year-old man against this 12-year-old kid. So that being said, that's my little rant on there. I feel like this guy needs to go to jail. He shouldn't be harassed in his community because that's just bringing up more vigilante shit, which is bad. He needs to be dealt with by a jury of his peers in a courtroom, and done that the right way through the proper channels. And this kid needs to be reimbursed for the pain that has befallen him, and this kid should get his dental bills paid from this asshole. But that's my view. All right, guys, this has been Wolf King. Peace out. If you like this video, you know what to do. And peace out. I might have some hangouts later on this week, or if not this weekend, but I'll keep you updated just so you know. All right, later. Hail Satan. There now.